TikTok, it's Third Eye o'clock this week on the Hapless Heroes.
I want to know what's wrong with you without actually having to hear what's wrong with you. Hello and welcome back to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I will be your host and dungeon master for this evening. We will, of course, start this one, just like we start all of our evenings, by introducing our cast. And we're going to start to my left with James as Hoblet, the Smasher.
Good evening, friendos.
To his left we have Nicole as Boris, the Butcher.
24 hours. We can figure this out.
To her left, we have Zach as Pregnart.
If only I brought some soup.
To his left, we have John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
Was this part of your plan, little man?
And to his left, we have Francesco as the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom.
This is one of the worst days of my life.
So we left off last episode with some rather clear directions. Well, clear in intention, maybe not so clear in an actual direction to go.
Yeah, so, just to recap for my party members here, we need to figure out a way to get the third eye of Vecna, which is firmly implanted into my forehead, not intentional. I'm going to remind everybody. This was not intentional. I didn't want this. Whoopsies. We have to get it out of this realm before Valen sees us.
Pregnart goes over to who he thinks is Paradil, probably still is actually Felix, and he taps on the third eye and rubs it a little bit.
So I still have it covered by a bandana.
He taps the place where it should be.
Yeah, and I did shift back to Felix to make things slightly less confusing for Pregnart, who's already disoriented as it is.
He noticed that and apparently is still confused, because that was
of course
what was going on in his mind.
It's a confusing time.
It is a confusing time. But yeah, I do still have the third eye covered by a bandana. And then there's actually a monocle over the bandana where the third eye is. Remember, because I had taken an extra monocle and I fastened it to the bandana.
There's a good chance that if he did not have a bandana on it, his head would have just exploded. So.
All right. Then he says,
May I look at the evil gemstone? It's a bad ruby? Bad emerald? Well, it's kind of just, I don't really understand its properties, and I'm not entirely keen on maybe displaying this. So it's a secret. I'll just look.
When the demon skull was presented to the air in this place, it melted. So we're hoping that Felix's forehead does not suffer the same fate.
Is this an airtight bandana? Is this an airtight headband?
No, but I'm just gonna before I let you have a peek, Pregnart, Jarrell, I'm gonna just say as a contingency, okay? I'm gonna ask you to do something here. If for whatever reason we reach a point of like maybe my head's about to explode, right? You're good with that sword, right? And I'm like looking at the sword of justice.
Jarrell already has it ready. He was thinking of just straight up banishing you the second everything came back.
Well, no. Let's not talk about banishment. I'm not talking about that. Right? Because then all you're doing is taking this problem and you're just putting it somewhere else. Right? Just a different plane of existence. That's just somewhere else, some other plane's problem now. Like that's not the intent here. I'm saying you can definitely get a good swing. It's pretty accurate, wouldn't you say?
You're expecting me to swing my sword at that little thing in your forehead and just hit that?
I'm not saying just that. No. I'm saying maybe. Okay, so one of the things I discovered as I've been kind of growing in power as we've been adventuring, and I've been researching more about, some of the things that I've been given by my patron. I can regrow parts of my body. If you were just to slice, like, maybe my forehead off, just enough, just to get the gem out, I could possibly regrow that. Just don't, cut my head in two.
Boris decides she's good with that, pulls her dagger out of her pocket, and a band-aid out of another pocket, and starts walking towards Felix.
This is a last resort. I would prefer not to be cleaved right at the start as option 1. This is if this is about to go sideways, if I'm about to be no more, we have a last resort. I'm saying slice my forehead off. I'll regrow it.
I do believe I would slice your entire face off. Would you be able to regrow that?
I mean, we can do it for science.
Would you like me to freeze your forehead so you don't feel it so good?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, it couldn't hurt. I'm laughing very nervously now. And Hoblet, if this thing is removed from my forehead somehow, in some way, I need you to smash it as hard as you can with that magic hammer of yours. Deal?
Of course.
Okay. So, Pregnard, I'm gonna let you have a peek, but if this thing starts to set on fire and I start to burn alive, I'm gonna suggest we go with the heady slicey thing. Is that okay with you, buddy?
This feels like a
that's
dumb
okay with
plan.
me.
This feels like a dumb plan, huh? Okay, all right. Hoblet, please enlighten me. What would your plan be?
I'm not the plan maker, sir.
Okay, so then if you have nothing to offer, I'd say maybe just reserve your fucking judgments then, okay? Because it's not your head at stake here, Hoblet. It's mine.
May I present to you a menu? You can choose between. I can give you a frost bite on your forehead. I can bite it off with frost. I can give you a ray of frost. Or I can use ice knife. Maybe I can cut it out with an ice knife.
This is also that Pregnard can take a peek.
Pregnant. I'm just having you take a look. Like, it's not again. The whole like stabbing and chopping and slicing of my forehead. Like this is the last. I want to remind everybody, last resort. Just take a look. See maybe if you can understand something more about it. Even though I've spent months researching this thing, and this is where it got me.
This seems like a terrible idea.
All right.
Ice
Pregnant.
knife, ice knife.
Pregnant walks over to Felix. He puts his hand on
Archon
his shoulder.
Joseph speaks up. If it's all the same, would you please take this outside of my home?
Yes, that's okay.
I'm sorry. Yes, of course. I got caught up in the moment, Joseph. I apologize. Let's go outside.
Before we do, Sir Joseph, do you know of any potential being or power in this realm that could remove this without lopping off the front of my friend's face?
I try to think in my living years, maybe someone at the Omega Project would be able to help with something like this.
That's I'm one of them. Kind of what got me into this mess too, to begin with.
nature of your issue seems to be great. You would need a way to change the energies instead of destroying them outright. It's too great. It would destroy anything near it.
Are you aware of any being from the Omega Project that ended up here on this plane?
This is a plane of law and good.
Does that just automatically negate anybody from the Omega Project?
I was hoping not to have to say it out loud.
No, I understand. Well,
Oh, perhaps. Keep thinking of something. I'll get back to you in a moment.
okay, wait. I remember something. Hoblet, how, on a scale of like 1 to smashing us for eternity, how cool would you say that Clangenin would be if we were to use, say, his fortress on that plane that we saw, what was it? Arcadia, as sort of a bomb shelter for destroying this thing?
A smash pad? Yeah, we can go back there. That's fine.
No, not Legredex. Not in Legredex. His actual keep in his domain. The massive fortress built into the mountain.
Boss's house. You want to go to the main palace?
I mean, it's probably one of the most secure fortresses in the world, in the universe, right? So, like,
You know
this
what?
might-
We had a good time, chilling. I'm sure he'd love to see me again.
but he's not there, right? Because he's in Legredex, so like it would just be us going there. Like,
Listen, you never know where he's gonna pop up. You never know.
that's a good point. Yeah,
For sure.
But, is that a stupid
Go-
idea?
No.
Am I reaching here? Like, I'm running
As
out of
long as-
options, man.
As long as you don't kill me, and I'm there to explain if he arrives, we should be fine.
Wait, I just remembered there was no portal to get back to Legredex from here, so we're
Well,
kind of
then-
also stuck here. Now that I think about it.
That's unfortunate.
You have tried, of course, remove curse on this item, right?
Yes, Jarrell, I have. Thank you
That's all I
for
got.
reminding me of the obvious thing that I would have tried to do the second that he was in my possession.
Have you tried
I don't-
unplugging it and plugging it back in?
Right.
Yes, I have restarted my modem, you fucking...
Felix is gonna like take a breath. And be like, I'm really sorry. Like, I don't mean to be so snippy. This is, look, I don't want to be the problem, and it's like feeling like right now like I'm the problem. So I'm really trying to come up with some ideas to fix the situation here, because I don't really need a god to smite me today or tomorrow, I guess.
Boris right now is switching between playing with her dagger between her fingers like it's a baton and practicing forehead cutting swipes, like standing next to Felix, like lining up beside his forehead and practicing swiping her dagger along it.
So, I don't know if this applies because as the vanilla dude whose house we're in said, this is a land of good and whatever. But I have my mercenary ability allows me to find where mercenaries hang out anywhere.
I think that negates. Yeah.
So like maybe there's a mercenary company around here that we could find that would be able to assist us.
Yes. Mercenaries in
Heaven.
Yeah. May I stress here, literal heaven.
There's I don't know, Heaven's Angels. There's Hell's Angels. I've heard of them.
Yeah, that's usually where the
Yes,
mercenaries go.
they're just called
yeah.
angels, or in this
called
case,
angels.
archons.
There
I mean,
could be
even
good
the
mercenaries.
Catholic Church has like a secret service. There's no like mercenary good guys up here just like roaming around
This is the plan of law.
keeping good. Right. So who keeps the good? There's no
The law keeps
chaos
the
here. The law. And people just listen to the law? What kind of fucked up place is this?
Literal heaven.
Oh.
Hey, Hoblet.
What?
Do you think we can
there could
remove
be
it if
some-
I kill him? I can bring him back to life a minute later.
Okay, so then maybe that's plan C, right? Like, if chopping my face off doesn't work, which is plan B, then you could. Oh.
Right. So if we just
I
kill
really
him and
wanna
just keep
try-
killing him, we have like 2 kills on him.
I really want to try stabbing.
Please,
I really.
I really want to try just stabbing an ice knife into it. Or maybe it will just fall out if I make it grow big.
So, okay, let me just, I guess maybe I should just offer some background here as far as things that I've tried already on my own in a offshore lab with no other people around besides my lab assistants who sadly have all perished because of this thing in the experiment.
Have you tried making it very,
I've-
very big?
Yeah. You know,
You have not tried that.
Can't even.
That's not one of the things he tried.
That's not what. That's not even. The thought never even occurred to me. Excuse me. You know, simply because making a problem in and of itself bigger, literally bigger, just never really seemed like something on my list of things to do.
Well,
Ooh. Oh.
sometimes if a
oh.
problem is too small, you can't get it with just a normal shot. And if you make it big, then I don't know. It's easier to hit.
If you make it big enough, then Hoblet can smash it.
Exactly.
It's kind size. Oh no.
Okay, so I might have a plan.
Okay.
I have a
I'm
spell.
listening.
I have a spell called Planar Ally, where I am able to request of a being known to me, god, primordial, demon, prince, or some other being of cosmic power, and they will send a fiend loyal to it to aid us. Now it says the fiend doesn't have to do what we ask it to do, and we have to pay it. But the payment can be anything, and we can ask it to do anything.
Well, read the exact wording of that spell because this sounds. I like this.
Okay.
Maybe we can enlarge the gem, and then we can ask it to make it even bigger.
No. See, I just don't think that making it bigger thing. Hold on, I want to hear what this spell does. Hold on.
You beseech an otherworldly entity for aid. The being must be known to you, god, primordial, demon, prince, or some other being of cosmic power. That entity sends a celestial, an elemental, or a fiend loyal to it to aid you, making the creature appear in an unoccupied space within range. If you know a specific creature's name, you can speak the name when you cast a spell to request that creature, though you might get a different creature anyways, DM's choice. When the creature appears, it's under no compulsion to behave in any particular way. You can ask the creature to perform a service in exchange for payment, but it is not obliged to do so. The request task could range from something simple, like help us fight a battle, or complex, like spy on our enemies or protect us during a foray into the dungeon. You must be able to communicate with the creature to be able to bargain for its services. Payment can take a variety of forms. Celestial might require a sizable donation of gold or magic items. A fiend might demand a living sacrifice or a gift of treasure. Some creatures might exchange their service for a quest to be undertaken by you. As a rule of thumb, tasks can be measured in minutes requires a payment worth 100 gold per minute. A task measured in hours requires 1,000 gold per hour. Task measured in days requires 10,000 gold per day. The DM can adjust these payments based on circumstances. After the creature completes the task or when the agreed upon duration of service expires, the creature returns to its home plane after reporting back to you if appropriate and if possible. If you are unable to agree on a price for the creature's service, the creature immediately returns to its home plane.
Okay, I have an idea. Who are you gonna call?
Aryan Black.
Ghostbusters.
Okay.
I mean, if anyone can get this thing out of his head, I figure that he's the dude.
Maybe. So, okay, that's an option. Okay, so that's one of our phone a friends, so to speak.
But it's got to be somebody that I know, so it can't be like your god. It has to be familiar to me.
To you specific. Okay, never mind.
Right.
Never mind. I had someone in mind, but you wouldn't know him.
So I don't know who else we've come across that falls under, but my guess is that for me, Dave, that list might just be Clangadin and Aryan Black.
You never met the Raven Queen?
You did meet the Raven Queen, actually.
And
Also-
Caesar.
Technically Valen.
And technically Valen.
Oh, yeah.
But hold on, she already came here and said what she had to say through Jarrell, and it was not friendly. It was not nice.
Yeah, but maybe she would send someone to help us. Or maybe she would send someone just to cuss us out.
The way that she sent someone to help us, I'm going to use
Uh-huh.
air quotes here in case those weren't heard, was telling Jarrell, this is your fucking problem, figure it out.
In 24 hours.
So
Jarrell is the one she sent to help us. And he was already here.
Aryan Black? I mean, whoever Clangadin sends would help me, but I don't know if they can help. Whoever Aryan Black sends will probably help us, but I don't know if they'll want to.
I feel like Ariane Black would be more well-versed in things of this nature than Clangadin is.
It was my first thought when I saw the spell.
Ragnar can be very persuasive, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Beseech him. This is plan A. Let's go with plan A.
Now, we are leaving.
We're
First of
leaving
all,
Joseph's house.
Yeah.
And we also are aware that if Aryan Black comes here and is not deemed worthy, he will be blown up too, right?
No,
He's not
it's
evil.
not Aryan Black. He's
Whatever
sending,
Ariane sends.
Right, he's sending like a henchman to help us.
He better send a holy good henchman.
We'll
Or
find
someone
out.
close. Someone close, at least.
Yeah, because we're not all perfect, but
No one's perfect.
well, that demon definitely wasn't perfect.
Uh-huh.
So it can't be anything like along those lines.
I feel like Aryan Black could send somebody who would like break out in a mild sweat, but not explode into flames. I don't think this is a binary thing in heaven.
No, it's definitely along a spectrum, because I'm sure that if it was deemed just who was like quasi, like not exactly fully holy,
I would say that
Hoblet
demon
would've
we
blown
killed. Yeah, I would say that demon we killed was probably like chaotic evil, right? So the opposite end of the spectrum.
right.
So like this
Right.
is anything
If it-
Ariane would send.
If it was anything questionable, Hoblet and Quinn would have both probably exploded immediately.
The fact that Dave is grabbing lots of books right now.
Yeah, I think I have something for this.
Makes me encouraged at this with this plan, or
I think we should do it.
terrified of what's going to happen. Yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing. Hoblet, I'm going to say this, and I want you to really feel the weight of what I'm about to say here. I think that is a great plan.
Hoblet could not roll his eyes any harder than he did at that comment.
Now
Of course you do.
we've left Joseph the Just's hut, right?
That is understood.
Okay.
To help him in his quest, Pregnart casts Enlarge on Hoblet.
He just wanted to enlarge
Giggity.
something. He didn't care what.
Yeah. Habla, you don't have any reaction to doubling in size in all dimensions?
The gem?
Doesn't even notice.
I just cast enlarge on you, Hoblet.
He just doubles. That only makes him 6 feet tall.
Oh, I'm like
Yeah.
a normal human now?
Yeah, to
Sure,
to
I'll
help
take
you
that.
on your to help you in your power to do this. Pregnar just cast
Yes, do you want-
enlarge on you.
So I'm wearing my armor, right?
It's like the stuff you're wearing too.
Or am I in armor?
It's generally understood that your armor would grow with you because not having it do so is inconvenient for me.
How
yeah, the way
did
that enlarge reduce works, it does.
It is definitely everything you're wearing.
Yes, everything that's actually
Oh.
equipped to your person.
Okay, so that would include Trixie, because I was really hoping for like a comically tiny
Yes.
little like gavel-sized hammer.
It does. It
Oh,
does
no.
include the target's weapons.
It includes your weapons.
Hoblet pulls his pants out and looks down and goes, "Nice, thanks, buddy."
I think it's plus D4 weapon damage for that hammer, too.
Oh, it's always a
No.
it's always a +4.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also hearing that, I want to know what's wrong with you without actually having to hear what's wrong with you.
So I am going to cast Planar Ally in the spiritual direction of Mr. Arion Black in an attempt to have him send a Bromigo or Shimigo to help us out. It is a 10-minute ritual, so we're gonna have to sit somewhere and you guys are gonna have to watch Hoblet ritualize for like 9 minutes and 50 seconds. And then right at
Pregnar
the
casts
end,
enlarge on
after-
Hoblet.
I sort of, oh yeah, really get the show going. Right at the end, for dramatic effect.
Yeah, okay. I'll time it.
Oh my god.
So
I already
at the
did it.
nine,
I'll do it
nine-
again though.
9 minute, no, at like the 9 minute, 8 second mark, you're casting enlarge. We're gonna bring the show, the pre-ritualization to an end.
So what happened? Pregnar warmed up to cast it, but then Hoblet said, "Hang on, buddy. Wait till the big moment. Wait till the big finish."
Wait for the end.
You got it, dude.
Alright, so trapped in heaven, need a friend to help out and remove a gem. Kinda good, they must be, or they'll blow up. Mr. Black, help me.
Wow. Hoblet the fucking poet.
So what do we get, Dave?
Well, for a
I
good
feel like I pulled the slot machine.
pause, 20, 30 seconds, you get absolutely nothing.
Hoblet's looking around. He hasn't cast this spell in a while. So, and it's someone within range. And it doesn't say what the range is. So, he's just kind of looking.
Okay, now
Yeah,
Pregnar
maybe about
casts enlarge.
Oh.
And maybe another 30 seconds after that, a little black cat walks out from behind a bush.
Huh.
Hello, friendo.
Arion Black is such an asshole.
Trots up to the party. Oh. You again.
Wait, is this the cat from the Ice Keep? The one that
That one was
Peridot
huge.
kept calling Mr. Kitty? That was a big cat, right?
It was
Yeah,
huge. It doesn't
but
have
this
to
one,
always
yes,
be huge.
is exactly the same shape. And as that cat trots up and sits down in front of you and says, "Oh, you again." You do see the same star pattern in white fur on his chest.
But it's just a smaller. It's house cat sized.
Yes, Ketchi is house cat sized.
Aw, kitty.
We need some help with a situation in my friend's forehead here. And I kind of gesture towards Felix.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Ketchi trots on over, looks up. Well, what's that you say that is there?
It's the third eye of Vecna.
That's a bad battle, Ruby.
Ooh. You can even see the ooh expression on the cat's face. Ooh. Oh yeah, that sucks.
So we're thinking maybe we can cut it out of his forehead, but we were wondering if you had any ideas. Of course we'd pay you for your services. Services rendered.
See, the problem with something like this is you can't just destroy it. I mean, if it were that easy, people would just be destroying evil and good artifacts all over the place. There wouldn't be any left.
It's my understanding that if we just kind of leave it here, it will blow up.
Okay.
So we just need it out of his head. Then we can just leave it. I don't want
Or
it
you could just
anymore.
banish it to another plane. Like we could figure something out.
Sure.
Like, normal
Cast it to the abyss.
evil things might get destroyed by being here, but if that's what you say it is, it's not just like evil, that's like pure dag nasty evil. No, I don't think I want to expose that to the air here. I know it's not quite airtight, but listen, you're on the outer planes. Metaphorical concepts mean actual things out here.
Hoblet looks at him very confused by that statement.
So do you have any suggestions on how I might remove this?
So
my
you
head?
can't destroy it. You'd need to change it.
Uh-huh.
One of the easiest ways to change things would be
By making it bigger?
something of... We laugh, but outside the box thinking like that isn't as stupid as it sounds in a situation like this.
Thank you.
That said, this might be one of those situations where making the problem bigger doesn't necessarily turn out better. What we might need, though, as I was thinking, is something of equivalent value to transmute or exchange for this.
Felix starts rummaging around in his pockets or his bag of holding and produces the 5 shards of Hedrick.
Oh. Ooh.
We're not.
Those look heavy as hell.
Our friend is in here.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
the only artifact I have, though,
Yes.
of any measurable anything.
No, this is of amazing value. And it's destroyed.
Wait a second. Are you saying that we transmute this evil artifact into these shards, and then the shards and of Hedrick enter into this foci or gem? Is that what you're suggesting?
You'd need, and pardon the pun, one hell of a transmutationalist.
Okay, but this points us at least in a better direction. You wouldn't happen to know any people or things.
Any transmutationists?
That could do that. Would you?
Any that would have anything in common with you? They would say maybe in the Omega Project, but you know what plane we're on, right?
I do. I'm consistently reminded of this. Yes.
Oh my gosh! If there's
No real
nothing
way out of
else,
here either.
if nothing else, heaven loves a loophole. Ugh.
Yeah.
Is
quite
that
the
true?
connection indeed, my cat, my feline friend.
Heaven loves a loophole. That's my new band name.
Pregnant, I doubt we could do it right now, but isn't your goose friend a master transmuter?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, here's the thing. We're here now.
Yeah.
And there's
That's
no
why I
way to
talk
go
like this
anywhere
now.
else but here.
Yes. Unfortunately, Dr. Jadu is alive.
It's not the first time.
I know how that sounds, and I meant it exactly that way.
I said what I said.
Ketchy's a spicy dude.
So this
Wait.
brings us back. Oh,
Well,
Oh,
Felix is.
half.
I mean, Felix as a shapeshifter is not a transmuter. What is going on with Felix? How do you define?
I mean, I can
Felix's
change
powers.
my shape. I can't change. I can just change my appearance, like the appearance of my skin and like the shape of my like features of my face and like my body to like resemble another creature of the same size as me, like another humanoid. But that's
Now,
like, I
now
can't
Felix
change the properties.
resembles a halfling, correct?
I resemble a gnome when I'm like just
Okay.
chilling in my normal like like my comfortable form or shape.
It's been so long that I've asked that question that I've taken the answer for granted for a while.
I mean, Felix is just the persona that he has settled into because it's the one that he just feels the most accepted in. But I mean, in his true form, he just looks like a pale, like alien baby.
Does he wear
That's
a
not
diaper?
what people are looking at right now.
Hoblet looks at the cat. Do you possess such powers? You are a talking cat.
My powers are different. For example, I come from the Shadowfell. Yet here I am. I go where I need to. Those are my powers.
I mean, that's pretty significant. That's pretty cool. Thank you again so much for your assistance. This has been, I mean, you are really, truly helping us out of a jam here, friend. We're really resisting the urge to want to pet the cat because I know I'm just not trying to press our luck.
That's it. Halflings.
Halflings?
Halflings. You don't get it. Their deity lives on the next realm up from here. All halflings go there.
Oh.
Yes, even the reprobates that worked for the Omega Project, they still get to go to Halfling Heaven.
Oh, okay. But we can't get there from here. We're stuck
No.
here.
No. But, so, you need to find the greatest transmutationalist that ever lived.
Yes.
That isn't living anymore.
Yes. So we just gotta climb up to the next heaven? Is it on this plane?
No, that's the next heaven up.
Oh my. Okay. How do we get
Yeah.
there? Can we get there from here? And how fast can we get there? Because we're also,
great
unfortunately, in a bit of a
question.
time crunch.
I'm not from here. I also am not going to know who in heaven you're looking for when you get there. And I feel like I'm pressing my luck in being in heaven squared. Heaven cubed, I don't think is going to really do.
But I mean, we could get there.
I mean, I have planar shift. I can take us all there. If we can shift, you keep saying we can't leave. But if we can leave, I can take us there. Well, you can't leave, right, Felix?
I mean, I was instructed that we had to get this out of this realm in 24 hours.
So I have a spell that can shift us planes.
Right, that's how you got me to you guys to begin with.
Right.
What is the name of this plane? Do you only have to name it?
Names of the planes. Names of the planes. Names of the planes. Oh, shit. Joseph. Yeah? What's the name of the plane we're on? Mercuria. The golden heaven. I mean, look around you. This whole place is golden. Also, why is that cat talking to me?
It's a long story. Don't worry about it, but this is just, it's part of our problem-solving sort of situation we got going on over here, Joseph, and part of, not blowing up your house. Like, we're really trying to make sure that doesn't happen.
I do appreciate that. We're unaccustomed to being here.
Yeah, we're just we're just consulting with our cat, on next steps.
Ascension takes so long. Ian's even. That's why I've made a nice, comfortable home here. The eons of purifying myself, I need a nice, comfortable place to rest at night. I'm thankful you're not going to blow it up.
Yes, I mean, it was never our intention to do so, but, even more so now. So anyways, I guess we can try to plane shift, but what's the name of the next plane? That's not this one, where the gnomes are. Or not the gnomes, the halflings.
Venya, the pearly heaven.
Venya.
Yes.
But if you were just to name that plane, and we were all to hold hands, so to speak, like we did before, could you take us there?
I can take you anywhere, baby.
So what's the exact text of that spell, by the way?
To be honest, it's pretty straightforward. I can name a plane and a place on the plane, and it'll take us there. That's like the first part of it. Then the rest of it is how to use it as an attack. I can banish somebody with it too, but that's not relevant for right now. So it's just me and up to 8 friends can go to a different plane of existence. I can specify a target destination or in general terms. So I can just say like some city, or I can say like this building in this whatever.
We also, let's do it. And we forgot to address the fact that, Quinn's not here this session. He'll be back for this next session. But, we're just going to make sure that he's one of the people linking hands with us as we travel to the next stage. He's just kind of in a silent party.
He's got laryngitis this week, so he was singing too much. He's just quiet for this episode.
The 1 or 2 songs he sang last episode.
Fucking wrote a song.
Yeah, I got into my groove at the beginning of the episode. I forgot to mention it, and nobody called me on it.
No, he's just...
We are the worst.
But people know that. They didn't make it this far, and they don't already know that.
That's true.
So that it says that I need a fork, so we're gonna meta, and then I have a fork.
Well, you cast it once before, so of course you have a fork.
Right. So I pull out my tuning fork. I have everybody link up with me. I don't like holding hands, COVID and everything. I don't want to,
It doesn't exist in this world.
You don't know that.
That's true, I don't.
You sound like fake news right now, dude. So Hoblet bangs his fork, has everybody line up. What's that? Conga line style?
Oh my god.
And we fucking we shake our booties right into the next plane. Venya? To Venya. Here we come. And then he smashes his fork.
Wong, 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 wong. As the walls of reality shift and undulate as the ripples from this massive spell echo out and drag you a portal onto the next plane. And so far, it's just the party, so it's just Felix, Jarrell, Pregnart, Boris, and Hoblet. And Quinn, yes.
And insert whatever transmutationist hall. That's where I want to go. Because if there's going to be a transmutation...
That's not a specific...
what, do they have a lair? An arena?
Well, these are things that you probably should have had clarified before you whacked the tuning fork.
Yep.
Nope, now we're just going to get spit out somewhere on that plane.
Yeah,
we go.
So, as the main party is sucked out of existence on Mercuria, and a couple of leaves blow by the empty little, dirt village outside of the hut of Archon Joseph.
Can Pregnart see anyone?
He and Ketchi look at each. Hang on. He and Ketchi look at each other. I guess they should have maybe asked about the green fields where the halflings live, huh? Yeah, they'll figure it out. Back to the party, zooming through that emptiness in between realms once again. Kind of arcing up and then back down onto this gigantic mountain that you can see even from outside of the plane of existence that it's on. It's just so big, and it goes up into this infinite golden shining lens flare. But you're sort of plummeting back down into what looks like a heavenly plaza full of pearly gates and walls and other such angelic trappings. And boom, as everybody's
out right in the green field.
Nope, clattered out onto a marble floor.
Not my smoothest shift, but we made it.
Okay. All right. We're on to the next one, I suppose. Well, I think we need to figure out. I don't know where we are. This is uncharted territory, man.
Yeah, what are we in a room? Are we in a open space or a house or a hall or?
So it is you're in a gigantically wide hall, about 50 feet wide, with white walls with gold trim that reach almost 100 feet high. The hallway, about 50 feet wide or so, extends as far as the eye can see out ahead. And back behind, maybe another 50 feet, where there is a wall of the exact same stone as, presumable stone as the rest of the room.
Nobody in here? No other beings?
Nothing that you see as of yet.
Also, I love that the exposition that Dave just had earlier between Joseph and Ketchi was his way of essentially saying, man, you guys just love fucking firing from the hip.
And I do. Ever since I burned that letter, bitches.
Well, we need to find a way out of here and find someone to ask, where to find all that.
Is there a door?
We need to find the greatest transmuter that ever lived.
Or
that is no longer living.
Halfling transmuter. That's no longer
that
living.
ever lived. Past tense.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way out of here.
Boris cups her hands around her mouth and goes, "Hello!"
Oh.
All right, so let's just start walking.
Right. I mean, is there a clearly visible sort of exit from this chamber or hall?
Things go on for quite a ways yet ahead. There's nothing clearly visible from here, though.
What if we turn around?
There was a wall behind.
Okay. Onwards and forwards.
So this long ass hallway just fucking dead ends, is what you're telling me? We're at the dead end.
Yeah, we are at the end, the dead end of the other hall. Yes.
But there's nothing at this hallway. So someone built a hallway that literally has nothing.
Maybe
At
it's a
the
foyer.
end of it. It's not. A foyer needs a fucking door.
Well, I don't know.
Come through
Maybe
the
we
door,
went
you
somewhere
come into a
unfinished.
foyer,
You didn't really
right?
point us in a specific direction.
I know. I'm just saying.
Kevin, everybody just in.
Someone wasted a
hell,
lot
in the
of
last
time.
in the last portal we walked through, we ended up in like some sort of catacomb, to get to where we were before. So who knows where we are now?
All right. Let's start trucking, bitches.
Yeah, we're moving. We're just gonna continue through the hall, ahead, and just see if there's any signs of life or.
Can Jarrell roll a religion check to see if he knows anything about this heaven?
Yeah, I would say you can.
Oh, no, just an 11.
11. Just that it is called the Pearly Heaven. It's the 3rd level up.
Okay. And there was still one more above us to get to where Valen is, right?
Yeah. They're up in Solania, it appears. The 4th level, or the Electrum Heaven.
Alright. Well, in that case, we just keep moving. No additional information gathered here.
Yep. Okay. As the party moves along, maybe almost a quarter mile down this almost endless hallway, you see a man dressed in rags in what appears to be a sort of wooden stockade.
Huh. Just like in the middle of this, otherwise empty hall?
Yes.
Interesting.
How long have we been walking for?
Probably about a quarter mile. About 200 feet further down the hall, there is another wall with a normal-sized wooden door in it.
So we're going to eventually pass this figure in the hood, right?
Yes, about 200 feet before the end of this hall.
All right. Well, we'll slow down, I guess, when we get close to him. Do we make out any features? Do they say anything?
Yeah, do they appear to notice us approaching? Because I'm loud as fuck.
As you approach, this person weakly puts their head up. Please help me.
What got you put in there, friendo?
I can't remember.
Oh.
I was trying to quest my way through the heavens, trying to find help for my daughter. She's sick with some demonic possession. All I knew was I had to ascend into the heavens to save her life.
How long you been
Are you
here
a
for?
transgooblifier?
Oh, a what? No, I'm a pilgrim, a penitent.
Then why are you restrained?
It's possible I must have failed some sort of test, or maybe this is a test of me or my will. I don't know. All I know is I have to get through that door. I have to ascend.
Can I roll an insight?
Please help me.
I already don't trust this guy. No,
Yeah.
we're not letting him out.
Can I roll an insight?
You can roll an insight, yes.
15.
This man is incredibly genuine, and he is pleading with you for not only his life, but the life of his daughter.
Jarrell will use Divine Sense.
I rolled a 28 with my insight, if that makes any difference.
What does Divine Sense give you, Jarl?
Fiends, Celestials, Aberrations, list of things.
No, this is just a person.
Okay.
Huh. All right. Well, I guess here's the thing, friend. I'm afraid that whatever powers or deities or celestials or beings that put you here may not look kindly on us for
Of course.
setting you free.
We're here to ask their help as well.
Because we need their help as well. Exactly.
So, after they help us, we'll see if they'll let you go. Hang tight, big guy.
We can make a bargain for you, and what is your name? I'm sure Jarrell is probably not liking this discussion, but I just Felix is on a one-track mind now.
I'm Thatcher. George Thatcher.
George Thatcher.
Hashtag free George Thatcher.
I wrote down hashtag free George Thatcher.
Can Jarrell roll another religion check to know why in heaven somebody would be in a stockade instead of just exploded or rejected from heaven?
I will allow you to make one religion check before you guys decide how you proceed.
Nat 1. Yep, Nat 1.
Nat 1.
Mm-hmm.
Had to do it.
No, you couldn't think of any possible reason somebody would be in a stockade. They must be beneath you.
Well, Jarrell, I mean, and George here, I don't want to say we can't help you. We want to help you. I think you can understand that setting you free might jeopardize not only our chances, but the chances of the entire prime material plane and the fate of it.
Any advice for us?
All you have to do is let me go. I can make my own passage through that trial. It's not going to stop you at all.
Well, no offense here, George, but we don't know that, and we don't know you. You're in a stockade.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
We will
Jarrell,
negotiate your release if we
Jarrell,
pass.
You're the most righteous person here. I feel like it's your decision to make, and by that I mean this is your problem now, bud.
I am not aware of any reason why this person would be in a stockade here. If he were not meant to be here, he would most likely not exist here based on what we've seen already and what Valen has told me. I see no harm in releasing him and seeing what happens to him on his own. We don't have to have him come with us, but at least then his fate is his own.
Hoblet is looking at Jarrell in a very confused manner.
I'm about to say, there's no reason he should be like this. Should be destroyed. This is clearly so ghastly unworthy as to not be allowed to even exist.
What? This guy?
Hey, you're the one who flubbed the religion check.
Right.
Yeah, you just said that he was beneath me, and I didn't know why he would be in there.
Right, which means you would absolutely.
Yeah, I was trying to
in real
cast
life
him in
know
a
why he would
grossly
be in there.
negative light. Sorry.
If we set him free, this can't get back to us, to being us, in case there is a blowback.
Hoblet looks all the way back down the fucking empty hallway, and then he looks towards the door, and he looks at Felix and goes, "Who else do you think they're gonna think let him go? We're the only ones here."
Boris glares at both of you. Yeah, we're the only ones here, and you're gonna leave him? And walks over and starts jiggling at the stockade to try to let the guy out.
I mean, Hoblet's
Well,
been
it's
in jail
not like you
before,
have
so-
to make a damn check to unlock the thing. No lock on heaven or
I
earth
also wasn't
is
really
going to
trying to
stop
unlock
you
it yet,
this
though.
one.
I wasn't
Okay.
taking out lockpicks. All she was doing was jiggling at it to start, so
Okay.
there was no attempt to unlock yet.
Would you
I mean, I'm not going to
tease me?
stop anyone from letting him go. I told him I'm not letting him go.
I can't. Yeah, this is like I know I'm gonna regret it if we don't do it. Let him go, Boris.
Boris
There's a
pulls
lot
out her
there, just-
lockpick and,
yeah.
like single-handedly, like, tink tink, whatever lock is on there. And then pockets the lock afterwards.
George Thatcher drops to his knees. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my daughter and I thank you. He collects himself up and gathers his robe around him and dashes down the hall to the door.
All right, let's
All
go
right,
after.
we give him a 5 Mississippi count, and then we start following. Maybe 10 Mississippi.
Yep. I mean, you start following before he gets to the door, but he still gets there a good 10 Mississippi before you do. And he opens it, breathes in to, square himself up and steps through confidently into whiteness beyond. The door closes behind him.
Okay, our turn.
Okay, so who's going to go up to the door first?
Open the door, just see a melting George Thatcher.
Again, like I feel like I shouldn't be the first one
Like the
walking
arc,
into
yeah.
doors like
Yeah,
this with
Jarrell,
this
this
thing,
is all
so
you, big dog.
That's
Yeah.
Jarrell, you go ahead and open that door, bud.
He does.
All right, Jarrell opens the door, and beyond is nothing but incandescent whiteness.
Well, at least it's not darkness. And
I wish it were
Felix kind
darkness.
of like pokes Jarrell to like go through, and I'll follow right behind him.
Jarrell's not afraid because he's not capable of being afraid, so
God.
he walks through the door.
And we're standing next
Jarrell,
to Jarrell, so we're
in
not
very
afraid.
unafraid fashion, walks through the door and is immediately subsumed by light.
Boris is confident after releasing that person that she is all that is good and glorious and heavenly in the world and strides in after Jarrell in the same, I'm a hero fashion.
Boris strides to the light confidently.
Yeah, I'm right behind.
Pregnart skips through.
Felix and Pregnart both do.
Pablo is just standing there, fucking looks back at the shackles, looks at the fucking door, shakes his head. These assholes. I suppose I've put them through enough. And he jumps through.
And the party finds themselves in a brilliant white waiting room. With
They got
What
good
is-
magazines.
They are magazines. None of them are in languages you can understand. But
That
they all
doesn't
seem
matter.
to
What are
have
the pictures?
happy groups of people on it, and looks like beautiful destinations.
Are they shiny, happy people?
Yep.
Falling down?
Shiny, happy
Holding
people.
hands?
All right.
Boris
Well,
pretends
Hobgo's
like
just
she
going
can
to sit there
understand
and...
one and reads it.
Yeah. Oh.
I guess we'll take a seat if there is one.
Yep, there are a couple of white couches alongside either wall. The room is actually upholstered, something I don't believe any of you have ever really seen many places before, maybe in the occasional palace or two. There aren't really many couches in Teldoria yet.
Hey, Davo.
Yes, sir.
I am going to cast tongues on myself so that I can understand all languages, so that I can read about these really cool places that we're going.
Okay.
It also means I can understand all languages for the next hour. So if anyone's chit-chatting in the waiting room, I'm definitely eavesdropping on that shit. Just so that you're aware.
Sounds good. So let's see. The first one you see is Modern Afterlife.
Any interesting articles on the cover? Anything look good?
Let's see. Where to Spend Your Eternity.
Okay. You know what? Hobby would open for that one because he's been alive for a long.
Yeah.
I'm a
It's like a top 10
middle
list.
late age dwarf. Right.
Oh, no. It's a quiz, and it's a pretty detailed quiz that points you to the specific celestial plane and realm that you should be shooting for.
I feel like my fingers are dirty enough that Hoblet starts marking the quiz in the magazine with his fingers.
It's okay.
So he's
The
just sitting there reading
The magazine
quiz.
adapts and points you within 5 questions towards the realm of Clangeddon Silverbeard. It sussed you out pretty quick.
Good magazine here. If everyone
Are
else
you
is
a
putting on-
dwarf? Yes.
Yes, you smell. Yes.
There were a couple option C's taken along the way, but it sussed you out pretty quick. There is a
Yep.
white door at the far end of the room. It opens up, and a white-robed figure with a very long beard steps through. Heroes of Telduria? You've passed. Right this way. And that's where we're going to end this episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast. If you like us, we can be found on the internet. We're in such places as Reddit/r/Hapless Heroes Podcast. We're on Facebook, Hapless Heroes Podcast. We are both on Twitter and the Gram at Hapless Heroes. All of those places will take you to the crown jewel of our internet presence, our Discord server, where you can hang out with us on a daily basis and interact with us, the cast, and our growing community, which we would love to have you as a part of. Now, if you really like us, though, you could leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. I believe, Apple Podcasts probably still has that. I don't know about Google Play. They got all weird in the last few years.
Honestly, it's funny that you mentioned that. I feel like, and this is just kind of worth saying, because a lot of people ask this question, not a lot of places do reviews anymore. It seems like that's sort of a thing of the past now. If you still want to write us some kind words, though, and you can't find a place to leave us a review, you can always just email
on the
us at
Discord,
haplessheroes@gmail.com too, if you just wanted to write something into the show but didn't want to chat. We just want to hear from you. We want to hear what you think.
And if you really, really like us, you can donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/haplessheroes. We have various rewards or various tiers of rewards, and you should go check them out and kind of take a look.
Yeah, see what's with your, hard-earned dollars. We put all that money right back into the show. We have, we keep trying to think of new and interesting ways to reward you. We have bloopers, behind-the-scenes audio, a whole bunch of stuff. Just like kind of check it out, see what you feel like giving, if anything. And we really deeply appreciate all of you who have and continue to help us keep this show running. It's really wonderful. 5 years strong, baby.
5 damn years, and you're gonna be stuck with us for at least another 5. Maybe not in this specific story, but yeah.
Exactly.
Is that me? I got something to say. Are you ready, y'all? If you like us right now, you like us, Sally Field, and the whole deal, get a beef brisket, smoke that bad mamma jamma, slice that, make us some sandwiches, and send it to us through the mail, unrefrigerated. So then we can get moldy, rotten sandwiches in the mail and mash them into a ball, send them to the Smithsonian, as you do with anything in these little bits that I do. Gotta send something to the Smithsonian. And
It's like the number fourth time we've mentioned the Smithsonian now.
gotta send it to the Smithsonian, friend. And once they get it, they're gonna say, "What the hell is this? This is a mashed up ball. It seems like bread and brisket, probably some mustard in there, mac schmauiones." And then we'll say that is the first moldy brisket sandwich ball made by the podcast Hapless Heroes. And they'll be like, "Wow, put that on display. Stick a tag next to it, because we got ourselves a little present surprise treasure today."
Oh my god. So wait, does one of us then have to submit it to the Smithsonian? Because we're the ones who are balling it up into a
Yeah,
gross
we're the
ball.
Somebody's gonna send us the sandwiches.
We or they?
That will then. Wait, what?
We'll take care of the rest.
Oh, they're
How is
sending
this
it to
not
us,
clear?
and we're sending it to the Smithsonian.
If you really like us, for fuck's sake. All right.
I don't know. I thought
Again.
maybe they would just send it to the Smithsonian themselves.
No, because then it's just some fan of the Hapless Heroes that sends the ball of sandwiches to the Smithsonian. They're not going to give a shit about that.
Look,
We have to
my
know
mail
what
goals.
the customs paperwork is for me to mail that.
You know
so.
I
If
don't
you
know about
really
the rest
love
of
us,
you
send
guys.
all of your moldy brisket sandwiches to Zach's house, and he'll send it to the Smithsonian.
No,
I don't need to be the arbiter,
Just
but my
one for
goals
each of
are
us.
sky high. My goals are wild stallions high. We need to change the universe. And in that case, even our fans, like our greatest fans, get their own fan clubs and get their own Smithsonian level stuff. Because we're on to, galaxy and universe changing stuff. They get to be Smithsonian level fans. The
well,
5-star
once we get
human
Universe
beings that they
Brain,
are.
then one of our fans will be Galaxy Brain, and then the Smithsonian might take them seriously. But right now, come on.
Get in on that shit early.
And that is why we need your brisket sandwiches.
Yeah.
This is why I
If you
need to
don't have a
outro the
smoker,
cast
buy
before
a
this gets
smoker.
any worse.
If you don't have a fire pit, build one. Put those briskets in there. Make those sandwiches. Send it to us. Don't try to send those sandwiches to the Smithsonian yourself. They'll laugh at
Unrefrigerated.
you. They will laugh at you.
Right. You don't have nearly the clout that we have.
Nor do
You've
you
already
have the
donated
temperament.
the
Take us home.
Nor do you have the temperament to withstand the mocking of the Smithsonian. That's why.
To my left, we have Felix Fizzlebottom, played by Francesco.
Oh, on to another one.
To his left, we have Lord Jarrell the Light, played by John.
Until next time.
To his left, we have Pregnart, played by Zach.
How many more heavens are there?
To his left, we have Boris the Butcher, played by Nicole.
Be excellent to each other.
And to her left, we have Hoblet the Smasher, played by James.
That was quite a planar shift.
My name is Dave, and I've been your host and Dungeon Master this evening. We will see you next week as we continue this heavenly adventure. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Go look at some nature.
Bye,
Quit listening
bye.
to podcasts.